Welcome back, everyone. Today we talk about the Wheatstone Bridge. It's like a simulation for the exam. Okay, parang exam style computations when it comes to Wheatstone Bridge, right? As close as possible as the examination questionnaire for the Wheatstone Bridge. Okay, so let's start. A Wheatstone bridge used in an engine monitoring system has the following resistors. And as you can see, we have three resistors with values. Ayun, meron siya. 1, 2, 3. R1, R2, R3 has values. Except for the R4. But there's a thing. May isa pa. We have 1 kilo ohms and 2.5 kilo ohms. By computing, when we compute, we don't write 1 kilo ohms or 2.5 k ohms, kilo, right? We don't write that. We convert that into ohms. Okay? So 1 kilo ohms, 1 k ohms, right? 1 k ohms, 1 and k, kilo, it has three numbers. Okay, three values, three numbers for the kilos. So that's 1,000, right? Kilo is 1,000. So you need to add three zeros for that. Okay? And for the 2.5 k ohms or 2.5 kilo ohms, we write it instead like this. 2,500 ohms already. Okay? That is what we are going to use. We don't use 1 kilo ohms. We don't use 2.5 k ohms. We use these. Oh, let's start, no? So, we write here, we use 1,000 ohms and we write 2,500 ohms. Okay? Now, let's erase this one. Erase that. Again, we do cross multiplication referring to this setup. R1, R4 is equals to R2 and R3. Okay? So we are looking for R4, right? We look for R4 here. Okay, equals, we do that. Okay, R2, R3, and then R1 sa baba, sa bottom right, sa bottom part. Okay, so R2 and R3, we multiply that over R1. All right. Now we have R4 again because that is what we're looking for. R2, what is the value of R2 again? That is 2,500 ohms. Multiply to R3, which is 750 ohms, right? Over the value of R1 is 1,000 ohms. We do not write 1 k ohms or 1 kilo ohms. We write instead 1,000 ohms. Now, we multiply 2,500 ohms to 750 ohms, like that. Multiply, right? And what do we get out of that? 2,500 ohms multiplied to 750 ohms, we get 1,875,000 ohms. That's a lot, right? So we put here R4 over 1,000 ohms. Okay? How do we do about it? 1,875,000 ohms. You divide it to 1,000 and it will give us R4 is equals to, what happens when you divide those? You get 1,875 ohms. Now we have R4. Meron na tayo R4, right? So we can compute now if the Wheatstone Bridge is really balanced because we now have an R4 value of 1,875 ohms. Ayan. Okay, now for the second half of our computation, we now have a value for the R4, that is 1,875 ohms, right? Now we check if the Wheatstone Bridge is balanced. So what kind of formula are we going to use? So eto na yun. Okay? R1 over R2 is equals to R3 over R4. That is the formula that we use to check if the Wheatstone Bridge is balanced. Okay? R1, value of R1 is 1,000 ohms. Again, we do not write 1K ohms. Okay? We write it 1,000 ohms over the value of R2 is 2,500 ohms. We do not write 2.5K ohms. We write it 2,500 ohms equals R3, which is 750 ohms, 750 ohms over R4, ayun na nga, we have it, 1,875 ohms. What do we do about it? To find if they are balanced, you need to divide 1,000 to 2,500 ohms. That's division. We also divide 750 ohms to 1,875 ohms. That's division. Okay? 1,000 ohms divided by 2,500 ohms. What do we get? We get here 0.4 ohms, or 0.4 ohms. Okay, 0.4 ohms, 0.4 ohms. Okay, 750 ohms. We divide it to 1,875 ohms, and we get out of it is 0.4 ohms. Oh, that's balanced, right? Those resistors are balanced. That's why we have 0.4 ohms. We get both of those resistors same values because they both have 0.4 ohms. If it is different, if they have different values to each other, then that circuit, that Wheatstone Bridge circuit, is not balanced. But for this condition, for this situation, they have both 0.4 ohms. That is considered really a balanced Wheatstone Bridge circuit. Okay, computation is very easy, right? For the next video, watch out for it. It is still about the Wheatstone Bridge, but we will try to compute it for the next video. It's about unbalanced bridge analysis. Unbalanced Wheatstone Bridge analysis. What's about it? What about it? We can compare what does it look like by computation about a Wheatstone Bridge that is not balanced. Because by this video and the rest of the videos about the Wheatstone Bridge, it's all about balanced Wheatstone Bridge. The next video will be about an unbalanced bridge analysis. Okay, it's the reverse type. Okay, the computation is very easy, right? Until the next video.